Hello, everybody. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, okay, but and I get
Just
that.
think
and
about it. I'm not saying that
it.
that's right or wrong. I'm not making a judgment on what you're trying to do.
I'm ready to saddle up. Yep.
Is that EDC?
That's
girl?
EDC girl. Zinger. Hola. What's up, everybody? How are we doing?
Hi.
So, we're now officially here. This is our first episode, and our boy Erik is married.
Yeah. Even though, this morning I took a shower and it's a little loose, so I took it off, my ring, and then I rushed. I was late, so I'm rushing over here and I forgot to put it on.
In other words, blame me.
Yeah, this is Matt's fault.
Blame me. Now,
and by the way,
wait,
before you even go, by the way, I feel like I'm wearing my Gender Gen outfit because I was looking and I think I've worn this top and thing before. So,
that combo.
This combo.
Hey, if you like the combo, rock the combo. I like it. Well, speaking of, first off, marriage, I have two things. So one, I remember you saying that you wanted something from Best Buy, so I got you a little Best Buy gift card. But the thing is that my wedding present, it was supposed to come, I was supposed to have it ready for your actual wedding day,
right.
But it got shipped to a wrong store. So then I have it reshipped. So, but in the meantime, I wanted to give him that. So,
yay.
But I'm not even kidding. Me and my mom were going over the registry together, and she was helping me pick something for you.
Yeah, and then like our registry, which is ridiculous.
Bro, there was like furniture on there.
Rachel's crazy. My wife. First time I'm saying that on Gender Gen. Thanks for this, man. She had like $8,000. She has stuff on the registry like Bill Gates was coming to our wedding.
Bro, I was like, I'm not even kidding. Like I said, I'm kind of new to registries because a lot of the marriages weddings I've been a lot of my own family weddings, and a lot of them have been in Colombia. So we already are going with presents or whatever it may be. Like, I'm not looking at a registry. So I was so confused. I thought that's like a normal thing to do. So I asked someone, I was like, is it normal to have on like cabinets and stuff on your registry? And they're like, no. I was like, oh,
well, you
okay.
can.
I was like, I respect her for taking the shot, being like, hey, if you want to get us a cabinet.
Yeah, there could be somebody who's like, you know what? I like this cabinet. Let me send them this cabinet. But it was like, she's got some nonsense on there. And I said, Rachel, and I just said, whatever, who knows?
And then
somebody might get it. Who knows?
Bro, it was. The other thing also made me think, I was like, who's going to be at this wedding?
I know.
I'm like, are we going to have some you said, Bill Gates?
It was kind of fancy. I think it was kind of fancy of like all my comedian and actor friends who showed up. And then actually Rachel's family is pretty well off too. Some of her uncles and stuff. So they could have done that. But we still got pretty good gifts. Here's a tip. If you put a $5,000 item on your registry, then people go, that's too expensive. And then there might be an $800 item, and they go, well, let's get that one instead.
Yeah. When they were only originally going to go in with like maybe $100 or $200 spending, they're just like, all right, well, the minimum we got to do is $800.
Right.
So,
and the gifts are still coming in, and it's like Rachel thinks, I don't know if she thinks she's Emerald Lagasse or something, because all the things that have come in are like all these cooking things that she never does. There's a mixer, like a cake mixer thing. There's a bread maker.
Okay, but with that cake mixer thing, there's a lot of like detachable things you could put on it where it's not just that. So I'll give her that.
She's never. You know what I mean? Like I said, send that back. Send that back. Let's get the money.
Send that back.
First of all, she got a juicer, so she was like, I'm gonna be juicing every day. She juiced one time.
Okay, you guys just got married though. Give her some time.
We got this gift like a month or so ago.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, she went to the market, got celery and all this stuff. She wants to juice. Then she juiced one time, and then it spoiled. All the rest of it spoiled in the refrigerator. And all that. I thought, what happened to your juicing? Because she wants to juice but don't want to clean up.
Oh yeah.
Juicing is a hassle.
It definitely is a hassle, especially like cleaning the actual juicer itself.
Yeah, it's like all that. I was like, and I'm not doing it. I said, I don't need this.
I feel like the best way to do it is by juicing once a week. You have all your juices for the week.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to do that either, because I've heard that like when you juice, to get the most nutrients and positivity out of it, is you have to drink it right away. And once you let it sit,
okay, I'm already juicing. I'm not gonna be perfect. I'm already doing that. Let me just put it in a fridge and leave it at that.
See, that's that young laziness. That's your generation.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Gen to Gen. This is Erik Griffin.
This is Matthew Espinosa, and we're starting it off with a bang.
Yeah.
Speaking of weddings and all that, I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to give you the Best Buy card because, roll the clip. He did mention that he wanted something from Best Buy.
Yeah, but I wanted something I don't know what I can get with this amount from Best Buy, but thank you.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna give you like a $300 one. We're not, maybe at like episode later on in episodes, when we can afford it. For right now, we're too early on in the episodes to.
Yeah, it's still for what I had to pay for your dinner at the wedding. You still owe me.
Like I said, that wasn't even gonna be part of the present. That wasn't my initial present. And also, I spoke at Erik's wedding, so that should be priceless.
Yeah, oh my God! you should have seen him go up there. Like I was like, "Ooh, Matt's gonna go up here on the mic," and he went up there. I was very touched. It was very nice.
Thank you.
I appreciate you doing that because I know that was outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, especially around so many professional comedians.
Just the whole thing was outside of your comfort zone. Matt came by himself, and but you latched on to the other Matt right away. You guys.
Yeah, right when I saw him, I was like,
Matt. Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah. But it was like you did fine. It was good. I think it was like I don't know. It was a special day. Just to have all the people that I consider close to me there was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean. I'll say it myself, bro. I cried like 4 times. Like I said, bro, I was in that wedding, and I'm thinking, I was like, do I need to go call up my ex right now? Like, am I ready to get married?
You know what's funny? Like 4 people came up to me and said the exact same thing.
Really?
Yeah. So 4 guys came up to me and like, yo, man, you got me thinking about my ex right now.
Bro, for real. Like, I'm sitting there by myself at this wedding.
She would like to hear that.
I'm like.
I'm going to send this clip to her.
Hey, how's it going? We still on for next week?
It's gonna be like, finally.
It only took him to turn 25.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm right around the corner.
Oof.
But yeah, like I'm literally sitting there. I'm like, man, like I can't. For 2 things were going in my head. I was like, I'm so not ready to be married, but I'm so excited to be married.
Yeah.
Like that. Those were 2 things that were going through my head, and just like love in general, bro. There was multiple times I cried at. When you were walking down and I'm like kind of just experiencing it all, just like watching everyone's emotions and all that. Like that was when I started like getting emotional about it.
Oh, look at this guy.
And then there was another time, bro, where I cried like a good amount. Like the most memorable cry for me was the one when you were dancing with your mom.
Oh man, that was
bro.
Tough for
I
me.
was trying so hard to not just like ball out crying. I'm literally holding back.
Yeah, it was tough for me too, because it was like, and then my mom, she's even saying, she like looks up to me and she says, "Don't cry," and then that was.
Oh
yeah.
Like,
what are you? What are you talking about? But it was like, yeah, that was a moment for me too. That was one for a lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot of people. You know what I mean?
And I usually like being super present. So, and there's moments when like I know I do not want to like forget this moment. So what I'll do is I'll record, but I'm also like I'm there. So like I'll just be recording, but not even looking at my phone. I'm just like holding my phone, but still in it, in the moment. And that was what I did in that moment. Like I didn't do it for many moments other than that, just of you dancing with your mom and just like I was embracing that moment. And I was just like, man, like I can't wait for that moment one day. You know what I'm saying?
You'll have it. You know what I mean?
It's definitely, dude. That's a blessing to have. Your parents at a wedding.
I know, especially for me being so much older, doing this like so late. It's like it's funny. Like I think one of the things we should talk about in this is like this, this idea that you said about like I want to get married, but I'm not ready to get married. And I challenge that because I say like, why do you say that? Like, like what do you think
marriage is that gets you so excited? But
no. I'm saying, what do you think marriage is that you can't continue to do everything that you want to do in your life? And what makes marriage different?
I guess just the simple aspect of like. You are now fully devoted. Not that when you're in a relationship prior to marriage, not that you're devoting your time and effort and love and care and all that, but like, bro, that's a life contract, bro. In my opinion, like,
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
And so then you're not ready for that?
I'm not ready for that right now. No way.
So then why you get in relationships and get girlfriends? Why are you pretending to be married right now?
I'm not pretending.
I mean, that's exactly what you're doing.
I'm not
you're pretending to be married.
No.
So what's the relationship for you at this age?
A
24-year-old on the verge of 25.
Yes.
You're 25.
All right, let's say I meet a girl next week, and in 2 months we end up somehow, dating, right? What would that mean for me is like the unknown. I don't have anything attached to it.
Okay, so then I'm saying you this.
So I'm learning more about myself. I'm learning about what I like, what I don't like. Like,
all right, what's the longest relationship the recent relationship you've been in, and what's the longest period of time you've been with a woman?
I'd say like probably like 9 months, 10 months, maybe a year. But like I said too, like I was on and off with my recent ex. This is making me sound so bad. I was on and off with my recent ex for 2 years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was like you broke up with her 4 times.
3? We've been over this
3 times. Well, 3 times is still a lot, so that don't even count. Like, all right. So what I'm saying,
love is hard. All right, Erik.
Is it? Is it? But let me ask you this question. I know you want to be a family man.
Yes, it's hard.
Yeah. Was your name spelled right?
Yes, it was spelled right. Okay, I just wanted a memory, so I snagged it.
Yeah, of course. You
put it in the pocket.
Let's put that. I'm glad that's over there.
This is already up here, but I wanted to.
I like that.
Wanted to surprise. So now we're just gonna
table 4.
We're just gonna add to it every time. Every time there's a cool moment or something, we'll just add to it.
Yeah.
Something like that. But for anyone who's not watching right now, I had my name card with the table number on it from Erik's wedding, and I, stashed it away in my nice suit and brought it here.
He was sharp. We'll show pictures now.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're 25.
Yes, yeah.
All right, and you want to get married one day, and you want to have a family.
Soon, I want to get married within the next 5-6 years. I wouldn't mind being married and starting a family.
Okay, well, you are not on the right track then. Okay, let's just be 100. Okay,
dude, but I'm learning about myself, which is me being on the right track. The more I know about myself, the more my counterpart eventually will be like. That's less.
How? Tell me the timeline. Tell me the timeline. You meet a woman. How long you dating before you know you're in love and this is the one?
Dude, it depends on the girl.
Well, first of all, it's gonna have to be longer than 9 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because what we know now from you is that 9 months is you're already feel trapped and you have to get out.
No, because it's not necessarily about that I'm feeling trapped. It's just the simple fact of like.
She's gotten to know you.
I'll say this. If I feel like this girl is going to be my wife, or if there's like, if already within 3 months I'm already feeling that way, like that this girl could be the one. Oh, like I don't care about.
So you haven't felt that. You haven't felt that in the last 4.
No, in one of my relationships, like I said in the other episode, I said my last relationship, that was the closest girl to getting me.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds weird to me, only because you broke up so many times, and how you talk about it, that one didn't seem like that was the one that was going to be. Because
it's difficult, but looking back on someone who I had the most connection with, someone who I had, gosh, all right, this is like a public YouTube video. I feel like I'm like in a private,
wait.
Relationships.
Okay, so all right, so you dated her for 2 years.
Yeah, on and off for 2 years.
Okay, so 2 years. After 2 years, on and off. But you know, anytime somebody keeps breaking up like that, to me, it's like I told you after. But the first
wasn't
one,
only
no. But I'm saying it's like y'all didn't work. The thing you didn't do is y'all didn't work on the thing of why you broke up in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You never worked on it, and then it kept happening and kept happening, and then you just got to the point where you both were just like, we can't do this anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, let's get back to this. The timeline.
Yeah.
You're saying to us in the Gen to Gen family that you would like to be married in 6 years. So that means 6 years. 2 of those years are the get to know, fall in love.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to actually need 3.
Yeah. My boy Spencer just almost like spit out his drink.
Yeah. Because he's actually thinking about what I'm saying.
He said, "You sound so defeated." That's what.
Yeah. So now we're talking. Now you have the 3 years.
Yes.
Okay. So you say so in 3 years you would ask her to marry you. So that's a year of like engagement.
Yeah,
and
but
planning.
What I'm trying to say is, I know right away. I'll know.
I don't think you will.
I would know, bro.
To tell you.
Yes, because the thing is with my last girl, the reason.
When was the last time you were in love, man?
My last girl.
You were in love?
I would say so, yes.
You were in love. What does that mean to you?
I don't know.
No, but this is important.
That's such a loaded question.
It
means a
loaded,
lot.
and this is what we should talk about, because this is what I'm saying from generation to generation of like, what is love to your generation? Define it.
I mean, if I'm talking about, I mean, there's different forms of love, right? Like the way I love my mom is obviously different than the way I love my potential future, counterpart.
Obviously.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess in love, in the sense that you're talking about, when you're talking about your, significant other, dude, I think love is not necessarily taking a piece of yourself and giving it to them, but taking your 100% self and putting that into something, and then having them take their 100% self and putting it into something, and then you both working together on that. Because I'd rather marry my best friend. That's always my goal. Like, that's always been my goal, is to marry my best friend. So I feel like I'll have that intuition right away. And the thing is, like, especially if I'm fighting my own self on the idea of it, that's when things can get a little messed up. Like over the last 2 years, if I'm fighting myself on certain scenarios. But like, I don't know. I think overall, I think love is just a simple fact of like what you can give to the other person of yourself,
It's so vague.
But dude, I'm still learning, Erik. All right.
You don't gotta be so defensive about it.
I'm not being defensive. I'm not being defensive. I'm just saying.
You're being very defensive. It's okay, Matt. All I'm saying to you is this: love is such a big concept that it needs to be unpacked. It's like love is different for a lot of people. It's a different thing. It's like this big concept that we feel like we would say, "Oh, I'm in love with you." I mean, I don't think love. What's the most important thing in a relationship to you? Is it love?
I think it's understanding.
Okay, so you want to be understood.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, like girls, not even just like girls, but like homies of mine, like, just friends of mine in general, people in my life in general. I feel like I'm very misunderstood in a lot of ways.
Okay, let's go down this rabbit hole here. I love this. This is great. So you feel understanding. How do you achieve understanding?
Communication. Yeah.
So then what we're saying right now is that to have a solid relationship, you need communication. Okay. So that's the first step right there of something that you're looking for. Is like, do you have solid communication?
Yeah.
Because even under communication comes understanding. Comes understanding, comes patience. Patience comes like, you see what I'm saying? That's not love. So, but it could be under the umbrella of love. So you could say to yourself, someone I love is someone that I have good communication with.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have good communication with your last few exes?
My last one, that was an issue, but like,
boom.
It was weird on many things. Yes. But on the wrong things, no. You know what I'm saying? On like, and those wrong things were wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like they were just difficult at times. But like I said, that was also not even faulting her or faulting the relationship itself, but also faulting myself of like, I'm going through this journey as well. Like she is, 4+ years older than me. So not that age has that factor in it, because wisdom and experience ties into everything. There could be a 35-year-old who isn't as smart as a 22-year-old because that 35-year-old hasn't experienced as much.
Right.
So like at the end of the day, I'm not going to necessarily make it just about years on this earth, but I do think there is a certain, factor that ties into that of like understanding yourself to a degree where I felt like I wasn't always matched up with her on that. So that was the one thing.
Okay, but that one thing is like a huge
is a huge thing. But I thought I would be able to.
By your own standards, what I'm saying. By your own
by
definition,
my own standards.
You're saying that you want to be understood. So then we figured out that that's communication.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else is important in a relationship to you?
Having fun. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing how to continuously have fun in it. Like. So
that sounds like compatibility.
Yeah, compatibility. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Okay, so it's like that we both like the same things, and even if the other one wants to do something that you're not necessarily into, like, so being adventurous, it's like getting to know someone in the sense of like, if there's a person that likes to travel all the time, then you want to be with somebody that likes to travel all the time, because you don't want to be with somebody that's like, they're like, hey, I want to go to Antigua, and you're like, well, I don't really like flying. Then
it's pronounced Antigua.
Yeah, whatever. And then you're like, and then you're, so compatibility, communication, compatibility, So I'm saying it's like.
But I'm still, like I said, I'm learning about what I think might might have been compatible for myself at 22 is different than what it will be compatible for me at 25. That's what I'm figuring out about myself. Like, I'm constantly growing and changing. And I felt like it was at a point in the relationship where if we weren't able to communicate on this thing and she's not able to understand where I'm coming from in my process and growing up period, then it's difficult for me to always be there for her because I need to also be there for myself at times. So that's the deepest I'm going to go on this relationship because I can't. I'm usually very private with all myself. So
but this isn't about that particular relationship.
Yeah. Because she's honestly, and like, let me preface it. Like, she is a really good girl. She's a great girl, and I do wish her the best at everything. And I never know where life takes me, and I'm not gonna say anything.
Here
but
it
like,
is. Might end up. Her
no. I don't know. I'm just saying. I wish her the best with everything
Matt,
she's doing.
This is what we're just talking about right now.
Yes.
We're just going over, like, your generation.
Also, I like Matthew more than Matt.
Oh my God, excuse me, Matthew.
They're different. You have a Matt, which is Matt Rife. Let me be my Matt.
I call Matt Little Matt. He was always been Little Matt to me, even though he's like this big buff.
Yeah, he's bigger now, bro. He's like, buddy's been hitting the gym. I'm like, all right, Rife, I see you.
No. What I'm saying is our generation, like your generation, I feel a lot of, like, when I talk to young people about this kind of thing, y'all all have this thing about, like, well, I'm not ready and I have still so much to do and all this kind of stuff. All that, that's the talk, as if like marriage stops you from living life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
No. I agree, bro. If I find a girl that I feel like is my counterpart, bro, like, I'm like, all right, let's go to the jewelry store right now. Let's get you ring size.
What I'm asking you is, like, what does that entail? Like, it's like, that's why when I ask you, like, what is love? I mean, obviously that's a big, huge question. And, it's like, I'm not expecting like some like one word answer because there is no one word answer, but it is something to make all of us think about.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is love to you? So it's like, you said first, your first thing was like, I want to feel understood. I think we all want that. And what does it take to feel understood? It's communication. All right. So that's a huge part of like what we think goes under love. Mm-hmm. But what else is there? Yes, you have compatibility. You want to be able to do things. You want to be able to enjoy each other. You want to be sexually compatible. That could be a thing too. You want to have the same, how important is that in your relationship? I think for a young person, sometimes it's like more important than it should be, but it is what it is. You can't take that away. Attraction is an important thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, we want to pretend like we're good people. Like, everybody wants to pretend like, no, I can love anyone, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, you don't. That's
I mean, at the end of the day, everyone has their preferences
Preferences is important.
Exactly. And like, the thing is like I said, as I'm getting older, my preferences have changed, of like who I feel needs to be in my life at this time and who I feel like I could start seeing as my future potential wife. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not in a rush either. And I'm just
not telling you to be in a rush.
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying.
But check this out. Matthew said, I am not in a rush, but I plan to be married in 6 years.
I wouldn't be opposed to, is what I'm saying.
All right, but that's pretty rushy if you think about it.
Well, the thing is like I said, bro, like,
you need to start
as
now.
I'll say this. If I'm 22 or 23, it might take me 3-4 years to figure out if this girl is right for me. It's like the time goes up. But as I get older, that time starts to shrink because I know more and more about myself. And like I can already see now, like, I don't give girls the time of day if I don't feel like I'm compatible with them, as opposed to myself, let's say 4 years ago, where I'd be like, oh no, you never know, maybe, and then like,
And that seems backwards to
like,
me.
I'm just very, I'm a lot more.
How do you know someone's not compatible with you when you first meet them?
I don't know. I feel like I'm just getting better at reading energies as I get older.
I'm telling you right now, as the older person here, you're missing out on a lot of connections with that kind of attitude.
Well, no, but I'm still open to them. But
I don't know that you are. I think that you have this fake premonition you think you have when you meet people, and you think it's like the premonition, meaning like that you have like a foresight that you like.
Okay.
That you have like you have like like telling the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you think like, oh, just from this short interaction I had with this person, I can tell we have nothing in common. That is ego. Look at me. That's fake. That's that. So with no communication, real communication, no time to get to know the person, to find out anything, you've already decided based off what?
My ego, probably.
Boom.
Bro, this is like, I thought we were gonna.
We're talking about love. I'm gonna tell you my thing too.
No, I know it's right on the topic. This is our first one back since you got married. Yeah. So we are on the topic, but I just didn't know it'd be so much about me.
It's not about you. It's about it's just about a thought process that people out there might have. There might be people that are listening that have the same thought as you. They're young. We have a lot of young listeners that are about around your age and younger, and they're thinking to themselves like, "Oh, I don't know when I want to get married or why I want to." I'm just saying, what's the path? Like, it's different for everyone, and it's like I'm saying, don't have a recipe. Don't have a recipe like I have to have all this to make this, because you don't even know what you're making until you meet the person. But what I'm saying is this:
no, you're right.
Don't miss out on connections because initially you don't like whatever that thing is. Could it be attraction? Could it be like whatever? But people need time. How many times have you gone out with somebody? Because think about this: you date someone, you pick someone, and at first you're like, oh my God. But obviously 9 months later, you really got to know this person. And then you were like, I can't be with this person anymore.
Yeah, I guess you just kind of
contradicted. So that exactly. So what I'm telling you is maybe the person that you initially were like, well, I don't know, that person in 9 months could turn out to be the best person for you ever. Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, don't have this just be open. Yeah. But this is something like I remember having this conversation with your sister because she's been in this long-term relationship. And I was talking to her like, you guys getting married? Well, I'm doing my thing. He's doing his thing. And we're doing our thing, And I just asked her a simple question. And I asked what I was trying to get to with you is I know you want to have kids. You're from a big family and you want to have a big family. Yeah. How old do you want to be when your kid is 10?
Dude, that's why I'm doing the math on this. Why do you think I want to be? Bro.
You feel that? Did you see that, everybody? Did you see that look on his face? He just thought to himself like, oh, wow. So that means if I want to be 40 when my kid is 10, I got to be in love and married by what age? 30.
No, like 29.
That's my whole point I'm trying to tell you. It's like y'all young people don't think about the future. You're selfish and you only think about the now and what's going on and you look, it's all this social media instant gratification stuff. Think about the future and what you're trying to build. That's what I'm saying is like when people say, well, I'm not ready and I got to do other stuff. I go, no, you're ready. You just are not willing to have someone else and build something with someone else as if it's going to take away from your personal thing. Look, you're 25. If you were married right now and had a kid, your kid would be 10 when you were 35. Think about that. And then when your kid is 20, how old do you want to be? Man, I didn't do this right is what I'm telling you. I it is what it is. I was career driven. I was like, oh, I want to do all this stuff. I want to be in movies and TV, and I don't want, I'm not ready for. I was so wrong, because now I'm 50, and when my kid is 10, if we have a kid right now, they'll be 60 when I'm 10.
That's wild.
10. And then 20, graduating from high school, I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? So all I'm trying to tell you is like, I'm not saying you have to do this right away. I'm not saying go out on Raya right now and be like, hey, we're getting married because I need to have a kid by the time I'm 35. No. Yeah. But all I'm saying is just open yourself up, all of you listening, you young people, and think about your future. Yeah. What do you really want it to look like? Yeah. And you have a great example. You have four, right? There's 4 of you? Or it's 5 of you?
There's 4 of us.
There's 4 of you. So you have 3 brothers and sisters. Your parents are still alive and kicking. Mm-hmm. And, look at the family unit that you have now. At 25 years old now, you have great brothers and sisters, and you still have your parents. Mm-hmm. When did they start?
My mom started like 23.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, okay, but and I get
that.
Just
think about it. I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm not making a judgment on what you're trying to do.
I'm ready to saddle up. Yep.
Is that EDC?
That's
girl?
EDC girl. Zinger.
His wedding music is gonna be.
And now for the mother-son dance.
All I'm saying is like it's just what I want you to start thinking about is think about these things. Like when you meet someone now, I think that you should start to think about other things other than attraction and like communication. Does this person challenge me? Does this person make me feel good about myself? Does this person make me feel like, you know, like how do they fight? How do they like, you know, it's like, don't just think about the good times. You're always going to have a good time, dude. You're just that kind of guy. Like when people are with you, they're going to have fun. Yeah. So that's not the thing. It's when stuff ain't fun. How do you deal with that? And that's the communication. That's the compatibility. That's all these kinds of things. What are you attracted to? You know, it's like, you know, as a, you know, for a guy, all you guys up there, you see a girl, like, what are you into?
No, I can be shallow in that aspect.
Don't judge yourself. We're all shallow. I don't care who you are out there. I don't even want to hear it. Like anybody sitting there talking about, well, I'm not shallow. Yeah, you are. And that's just, and shallow, change the name. Shallow is such a negative term.
Yeah.
Something you said earlier is really what it is. Preference.
Yeah.
It's okay to have preference.
Yeah.
Right? You have a preference, but all I'm saying is maybe sometimes you can go outside of your preference because sometimes your preference can be too narrow. Like it's like sometimes your preference is like, well, I only date a certain race or I only date a certain height. I only date, you know, you might be missing out on some things, but if that preference is so strong for you, then okay, you have that on your checkbox. But like, think about some other things, you know, think about some other things about this person. I'm just telling you right now, when you go into relationships now, I think you need to go into the relationship of being like more open to being like, tell me about your goals. Yeah. Tell me about what's your future plans. Tell me about like where did you come from? Like, you know, you're really not finding out. You know, young people, I feel like y'all don't really talk like the way you really should. That's why 9 months later you're like, oh, now we're really opening up.
I mean, the last relationship was kind of difficult because it was a COVID situation and like there's
I get that
wild times. So, like I always wonder how different it would have been if
you probably would have broken up in 9 months.
I don't know. Anyways, what I was gonna say is I'm actually what I've been trying to go through life recently in general is without a controlling mindset. Like there's so many scenarios where like, and if anyone knows me, they like personally, they know that I'm like this. I like having everything in control, not under my control, but everything in order to a degree. Like if someone wants to take the wheel and I know they're a better driver, take the wheel. You're a better driver. Like I know when to kind of give up the wheel in that aspect. But like, I don't know. I just have a certain.
I disagree.
Really?
I disagree with you. You are a control freak.
In what manner?
Yeah. Come on. He's a control freak.
No. Don't look at you. Who made the comment? Yeah, you want backup. No.
I'm not saying this. Listen to me. I'm not saying it's a bad. I'm not
immediately. Yeah, right. This
right.
Is a control freak, right?
I'm not saying it as necessarily a bad thing. It has made you successful.
Yeah.
You've made choices that are your choices, and I respect that. I don't always agree with them.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? You should have kissed the girl in your movie.
Okay, we've been over that, and I agree, but that's okay because I still got that under my sleeve.
Wait. Look at me. You made a choice.
Yeah.
That was your choice.
Yeah.
Even though everybody told you to do this.
Yeah.
You said no. That's what I'm saying. With this podcast, I told you, let's not do guests. Let's just start it off with you and me and do it like this first. But you were adamant.
I want to guest, and I think we should go back to guests eventually. No, it doesn't have to be on or off. It can be both.
Listen, look at me. You were adamant about that, and we did that.
Yeah.
Okay? All I'm saying is that's your thing. You are very like your career when you with your management, with like everything. How you set this up. You have a way about yourself. This is not a negative. Look at it. Don't be defensive.
But I'm not getting defensive. I'm open to learning though. That's the thing, and I'm open to having a more open mindset with things. And
you can still be uber successful.
And I love Uber. What I'm trying to say though is that like, sorry, that was a terrible joke.
We should do it like a joke counter. Bing, Matt, 0, -1, Matt.
No, but what I was gonna say is, yeah, back then, like I I don't know. I give myself a little bit more time, and I do go into relationships or scenarios, with whoever, a little bit more open-minded, like I was making it sound earlier like I know within the first 15 seconds if I'm ever going to hang out with this girl again or not. Like, no,
you
like
might feel like that. It's fine.
And there are times where I'm like, for sure, I'm like, yeah, no way I'm going to chill with this person again.
Sometimes people just rub you the wrong way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
I get that.
And I'm just so sure of myself and what I like and what I don't like, but I'm also open to learning. You know what I'm saying? Like, what
I'm saying is you're saying that, but I actually want you to do it.
I know, and that's why I've been trying to like.
It's okay.
I haven't
hard.
been, but even like I said,
right?
like if for instance, like how my last relationship, she's on the internet, she's verified, all that stuff. Like, I'm not opposed to hanging out with someone or seeing someone that has 2,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm opening. Like,
was that ever a thing for you? Did you ever?
No,
think about that
it never was. It never was a thing. Like, if I like the girl, I like the girl. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like, I don't know. I feel I'm at a point where I'm starting to open up, the idea of not wanting to control every situation. And what I've come to understand is the less I try to control situations, the more I realize they fall into place of where they need to fall. That's what I've come to understand. The more I try to set up scenarios, or if I'm like, oh,
now this thing you're talking about right now, what is it? What does it fall under?
What do you mean? I guess just trusting the process.
Boom. That's the word. See, I knew he would get there. Trust.
Yeah.
Which is another one of those things that goes into a good relationship. Communication, compatibility, trust.
Yeah.
And it's the reason why you're such a control freak. Because you don't trust.
I don't trust well.
Boom. We get there. See? All that's what I'm saying is like, this is not just this is for all of us to do these kind of things. It takes time. Look, I was dating my wife, Rachel, for 5-6 years.
Does that feel good to say?
Yeah, it does. I like saying it a lot.
I said it on stage. I saw like a bit of habit. It was like, wow, I've been dating my wife for like.
I said it on stage the other day. I said my wife, and I was like, everybody. You know what I mean? It's like something I never. But here's the thing: it's something I never thought I would do. I never thought I would. I didn't know I was missing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know I was missing that from my life. But anyways, my point is, it's like I was talking to my therapist yesterday. I had therapy, and I was talking to my therapist, and then, he said, "Tell me about your relationship," And I gotta say, one of the things that I love about Rachel, is like she'll say in an argument, or it's about to be an argument, and she'll say these words: "I don't feel heard." Okay, now that triggers me. I hear that. Oh, you don't feel heard. All right. So that means whatever I'm saying is making her feel like I don't understand what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to take a moment there and be like, all right, you're saying you said this, and I have to repeat it. It's a good exercise to do this in a relationship, is to be like, so I'm hearing that you feel A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And then give that person an opportunity to go, oh, okay, you do understand. Or no, that's not what I meant, and then now you can go move on from there, So, I totally get, it's like, I'm dealing with this trust thing myself too. It's like, she one of the things she was fussing at me about at first was like, we had to move. She hated my other place. All right. Every day she was complaining. In the middle of a pandemic, like, I hate that, blah, blah, blah. When are we going to? Okay, she wanted something that was hers.
Yeah.
Felt like, because it was all my furniture. It's all her,
Yeah.
So then we moved, she hated my couch so much that she made an Instagram account called I Hate My Boyfriend's Couch.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so you can look that account up. It's called I Hate My Boyfriend's Couch. And
that's
so I had to get a new couch.
So funny.
She won. Checkmate. I got a new couch. I love the new couch. But what I'm saying is I can see she feels like this is now ours.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm saying I have to just trust. Like now, the other day she was in the kitchen. And she's just grabbing stuff like, okay, we need to throw this away and this away. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh, that's, I'm like, that's, I love that knife.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. And I just have to go, you know what? Go ahead. How do you want this to be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just
because it's that important to her. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is like, you have, look, there's people who like control every aspect of their thing and they're super successful. I think LeBron James is like that. Yeah. I think LeBron James controlled his whole career, but I feel like if he would have let a A-type personality coach be in his life, he might have 11 championships. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just telling you, it's like you have that in you, and it's something that I don't want to make you feel like I'm being negative on you. No, man. I admire how you are. I admire that at 25 you are where you are in your life. You're 25. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is like,
thank you.
But there's a part of you that like you have to recognize that you are very much like, no, I want it to be this way. And it's like, and there's no, when you get on that it's going to be a fight, or we just got to be like, all right, Matt.
But I'm getting better at that. And
okay.
if someone, but if someone does make a good point, because there has been times where I'm like so fixated on a certain idea. I'm like, oh, it should be this way. And then someone's like, no. But like, because of this, and this, I think it should be like this. And I'm like, yeah, I see your point on that. And I am getting better at that for sure.
But that's what you need to take that energy into every relationship you get into moving forward. That's the energy you want to get into. Maybe she's like, let's not go to EDC this year. Remember his rules he had? Remember his like, she's got to go to EDC.
Now we're pushing it. No, you had me in the first half.
Well, she might want to.
You lost me in the second.
She might want to go to Antigua or whatever, however you say it.
Antigua's not going anywhere. EDC happens 3 days in Vegas a year. We're going to Vegas.
There might be something going on. Your girl's sister might be getting married that same weekend.
Okay, then you're not getting married all 3 days.
And there it is. Like, I'm still going to.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, the conversation we have right now is just about love. It's about what does love mean to you, and it's just something that I think that you young people think about it. Just really think about it, and it doesn't have to have – love isn't a one-word answer. It's basically what I was trying to point out to him.
Yeah.
Love is just an overall – I think it's a combination of all the things you feel about what makes a great relationship.
Yeah.
And when those things are working on let's say you have a pie – it's a pie. Love is a pie. You know what I mean? You have like attraction is this amount of the pie. Understanding is this amount of the pie. Communication, trust. And then when you look at this pie and this pie is delicious. That deliciousness, that's love. You know, I've used this one.
That was a good one. You just made a really good pie sound really good.
But here's another thing I say. Like, I always say, I don't think love is the thing that sustains a relationship or holds it together. It's not. Think of a relationship as little blocks that when you put them together, they make this perfect spear. Okay. Now, sometimes love is that glue that you dip it into that makes it solid, okay? You could take a bunch of different pieces that actually don't fit, but once you put them in that, they'll stay together, but they don't necessarily fit. When you get pieces that actually fit well together, all that's going to do is reinforce it, but it's already strong because you have good communication, because you have good trust, because you have good you guys, you like the same types of things. You like to do, you know what I mean? So it's just like when you're moving forward and you're like, when you're going into this new chapter in your life, because it's like, and I feel like this is your first life crisis you're going through right now.
Who said I'm going through a life crisis?
Every time I say you're 25, you're like, I'm 24. 24 is the last age of truly being young.
In what aspect? That's
because like when you're filling out forms, what are the age ranges? 18 to 24.
Okay, you ruined it.
18 to 24 is like, that's that fun, cool, like, you know what I mean? You're at the party. Oh, 18 to 24. 25, you can now rent a car without issues, and like you're about to be a grown ass man. And so
I'm not gonna fully count me as a grown man until I'm 26.
Yeah, and then you're gonna say when you're 26, you're gonna be like, well, 27.
No, 28. 25, like I'm. We lost like 2 years, bro. You know what?
So you're
I'm 23. It feels good to be 23 again.
I'm 48,
baby.
Everybody. What are you talking about? I'm really 40. All I'm saying is like that's the first crisis you go through. It's like we're both going through the same kind of thing. Yeah. I just turned 50 and I'm like, oh my God, I'm 50. And you're like, you're 25. It's like, no, I don't want to be 25. So it's like, and it's like that's why I'm saying My suggestion is moving forward, every relationship you get into now, every interaction you get into now, it's no more this like, well, let's just kick it and have fun for a little while. No, I think it should be like, you should have like this after you get to know someone a little bit, it could be, this is just a fun kick it chick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't see this going anywhere. But anytime there's like some potential to be like, oh, well, I really like explore.
Yeah.
You know, explore in a way that has more to do with all of these things you're trying to build, as opposed to we're just having fun and she's hot.
Yeah.
Which is your type.
All right. Well, thanks.
Say love is a verb, a noun, or both?
Ooh. He asked, is love
a verb or a noun or
it's
both?
I mean, it's like, you know, you love, okay? You love, like the act of loving someone.
Yeah.
What is that? It's probably doing all of these things that are in the box that we consider love.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, what do you label that? Love.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this might have been the most loving, relationship-filled episode in Jen and Jen's catalog.
Of all 15 episodes.
Of all 15 episodes,
this
will be the 15th one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a good.
Yeah, it's a good stopping point.
That's a good stopping point.
But I would say this. I would say to people out there, like, you know, I think I would love to see some comments. Love to see some comments about what's love to you. You know, unpack it. Like it shouldn't be a sentence.
Yeah.
This is my point.
Give us. What is
It's
love
not
to
a
you?
sentence.
That's the question of the video. What is love to you?
Yeah, what is love to you? And also, and when I asked the question, how old do you want to be when your kid is 10? What did that make you feel? What did that make you think about?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. I like it. Well, you know, guys, we wanted to go into. My initial thought for this episode was to jump right into YouTube comments.
Let's do that next time.
You know, exactly. So any YouTube comments you guys have, any Apple reviews, be sure to leave them, or Spotify reviews. We're going to be checking them out in the next episode within the first 5 to 10 minutes. So if you want to be featured, always be sure to show any type of support. It is all very much appreciated. My name is Matthew Espinosa.
And I am Erik Griffin.
And this has been Jen to Jen. We'll see you guys next week. Hoopy. Later, everybody.